Hey, this is Brian Wright, and this is the Daily B31. What am I talking about? I'm talking about having something that you're so passionate about that you're willing to die for. Hey, it's Brian Wright from BrianWright732.com and fitin.com, PHITIN.com. So, having something so passionate that you're willing to die for it. What does that mean? I'm not saying that we all have to be, martyrs for a cause, but what we have to do is have something that we will have the ability to stand up for. Because if you don't stand up for anything, and you don't stand for anything, what are you? You have no substance. It's nothing. Is it your friends? Is it your family? Is it the company you work for? Is it the group of people you work out with? What the hell is it? What is it that you stand for? Now, I had a talk with a young man yesterday who struggles. He struggles with the confidence to be able to do things, to follow through. He jumps around a lot. It's always greener. There's always this North Star. There's always something greater off in the distance that's better than what's going on right now. And a lot of that comes down to just not letting go and allowing himself to just embrace something. By not being able to fully connect with what he does daily, to say, I love to do this. I believe in this. I believe in the people I do it with. This is why I fight. This is why I do what I do. It gives you the out. So if you are always looking at life like it's greener on the other side and that what you've got is not worth defending, you're going to have quit in you. If you really put yourself all in, if you really just say, this is my thing, this is what I love to do, this is what I'm willing to fight for, when things get tough, you'll keep going. Because if you don't have a full commitment, you've got that out. Well, it's not so great anyway. I wanted to do something else. That's why it's so important to live your passions. That's why it's so important to recognize the things that you hold dear. It's so important to every day wake up and say, why am I doing this and what do I believe in? This has to be your daily mantra so you really understand, so that when the opportunity comes to slack, you work. When the opportunity comes to quit, you keep going. It's because you understand the importance of it. And you understand it's better to die defending what you love than to never really create anything and have a very long life. I would rather... I hate to say this because I don't want it to be martyr or suicidal interpretations, but I would rather live a short life filled with passion and defense of the things I believe than have a very long life where I'm really not connected to anything. I would rather be known for something than to just exist and go quietly into the night and nobody care. And it's not that I'm saying that I need people to care because I need the fame or the adoration, but I need the connection. I need the purpose. And the purpose in life is not our own. And that's the truth. You could say, oh, stop it, me is really important. Yes, you are important. But your level of importance is defined by how much you give to the people around you. That is the truth in anything. It doesn't matter what you do, who you are. It's the connections that creates the importance, that defines the purpose. And the more defined you are personally, the more you understand what you love, what your passions are, what you're willing to die for, the stronger your bonds are going to be with the people around you, and the more people of substance you're going to have in your life. It sounds like metaphysical or something to me when I'm talking about this right now. It's kind of going off the rails from business in some people's mind, I'm sure. But the reality of it is, it doesn't matter, life, business, whatever. It is all about connection. It is all about creating value. It is all about having a passion and a connection to things that you are willing to defend. So when someone says to you, your product sucks, you have the ability to say, no, it doesn't. You can defend it. When your product is struggling, but you know it has value in the marketplace, you will keep forging on because you know the marketplace will eventually catch up because you've defined its value. You're just trying to get the audience to understand. So as much as you think this may be some, hold hands, kumbaya speech here, this is truly a business conversation. Because the more connection you can have with your employees, the more empathy you can employ, the more of the greater the idea that you can get them to connect with and to feel like they can defend, the better your customer service is going to be, which means your sales are going to be better. Your product and service is going to be received in a better environment. Why is it in the military that they call themselves brothers and sisters? It's because they put their lives on the line for each other. They do a dangerous task together. That's why athletes that are in contact sports tend to call each other brother and sisters as well. Things where people put themselves physically on the line together and they know that you can win or lose, walk away or be carried off the field, the respect you have creates a greater bond. So in your workplace, you don't have to go and fight with a gun. You don't have to go and lock yourself in a cage and fight another human being. But you do have to go to battle every day against all the forces that don't believe in what it is you believe. And you have to inspire the people around you to stand up and be a part of the movement that is what you do. So when someone says to them, do you like your job? They emphatically say yes because they identify with that job as something worth defending, something worth fighting for. Hey, sales are down. When you say that to a motivated workforce, they think about ways to get sales up. They just go, oh, fuck, I'm going to look for another job. You have not inspired them to believe. You have not created a connection if they don't have an aggressive response to a negative situation. Negativity being thrown at your company should always come with a positive response by you and your employees because you believe in what it is you do. Your philosophy is sound. Your passions are clear. You all have not the same dream, but a similar dream that has the same direction. I hope you understand where I'm going with this. It's extremely important that you inspire, not be a dictator. You have to be a leader that brings people into an idea. You have to sell them on the idea of what you do, its substance, more so than the technical things of it. To get people to do the physicality of the job is easy when they're inspired. Getting people to do the physical to an elite level without inspiration is almost impossible. Doesn't matter how much money you throw at someone, how much sick time, vacation time, whatever. If they don't believe in what it is they do, none of that matters. Everyone talks about the millennial problem, that millennials don't want to work. No, millennials don't want to work without having a sense of connection to a greater idea. So why don't you figure out what your greater idea is? Why don't you go deeper on what your product and service is? Why don't you just get it together and get people to understand the why behind what you do so that people can connect and be inspired? And then you don't have the millennial problem. So every generation has its challenges. Right now, there's a lot of people in their 20s that don't want to just work for the man or be a part of the machine. They want to be connected to something. So give them something to connect with. That's the point. Give everyone something worth dying for. So when it gets tough, they fight. So when the world is saying quit, they keep going. It makes your life so much easier. So don't think about the money. Think about the process. Think about what you do. Create substance, create value, figure out what inspires people, what is the central theme that'll take your collection of people and make them a community. That is your job. If you can do that with your employees, they will do it with your customers, and now you have a business that will last no matter what. So get connected, get inspired, figure out what you're willing to fight for, figure out what you're willing to die for. It's that simple. All right, out. Hey, this is Brian again. Thank you so much for following me, watching these videos. Please like, share, comment, let me know what's going on. What is it that you would die for? What would you fight for? Do you not have anything? I would actually like to know what the struggle is to find the thing that really ignites your passions and inspires you to work every day. All right, let me know.